Okie. All right. Are we live? Are we kicking? All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guess what? It's Tuesday. All right. What am I doing here? Clicking. There we go. Cool. How are you guys doing today? Good, I hope. Good. Miss Anna is here. Awesome. We are talking about what to be thankful for today. It's Thanksgiving week. So what else are we going to talk about, right? How many of you guys are going home for Thanksgiving? Yeah, let me know. Where are you tuning in from? Put it in the chat. Let's hear you. As always, this is a Q&A, so if you have questions, put them in the chat. Let's answer them as they come in. So go ahead and share your zip code, share your city and state, and we'll be answering what we have available for trucking positions there. If you have questions on equipment, if you have questions on company policies, procedures, running lanes, anything like that, feel free to ask away. We're going to be sharing that kind of information here with you today. And Anna says, I'm thankful for my job and for Decker. Awesome. You know, yesterday we had quite a few thank yous on our Facebook page during our Facebook Live. If you missed that, it's at 4 p.m. on Mondays on our Facebook page. But we had quite a few thank yous, which was awesome. Love to hear the gratitude towards the guaranteed pays, towards the gazillion amenities. Okay, gazillion might be a little overkill on the amount of amenities, but we have a lot of amenities in the truck. For those of you who aren't familiar with us, Decker Truck Line is based out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. We have refrigerated, we have flatbed, we have dry van, and we hire coast to coast. Of course, there are some areas that we don't hire in, but that's why we're having you put your zip code in, your city and your state, so we can identify what we have available in your neck of the woods. And then, of course, give you a little bit more detail. Now, we do have a hopper position as well, so we've got that out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. Not necessarily everywhere, but out of the Fort Dodge area. And we'll be talking about that. So be thankful. If you've been asking for a local position and you live in the Des Moines area or you live in Fort Dodge, Iowa, then guess what? We've got you covered. So feel free to ask away. There are a few reminders that we need to go through before I start jumping ahead of things here. The first reminder is for the benefits. Our benefits, that is happening, like that needs to be updated before the 2nd, I believe the 2nd of December. So we have an open enrollment in our benefits. Currently, if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to Cisco, which is who we use to sort with the benefits and whatnot. So it's Blue Cross Blue Shield for health insurance. We are now going to use Doctor on Demand instead of MeMD. So that is replacing the Teladoc through MeMD. And then we are also replacing the Unum Life with Aflac, I believe, right? Is that right? All right. So maybe I need to double check myself here. Make sure I've got all the benefits and details up to date. So yes, we've got up to date, that's for sure. Speaking of up to date, how many of you guys have been looking at some of the areas that are with winter advisories and everything like that? Hopefully you guys are staying clear of that. Yeah, let me pull up the information that I have on some of the winter advisories. I do know that I-90, the Snoqualmie Pass, it is now open without any restrictions. It was closed due to the eastbound winter conditions, so I do need to give a report on that. That was as of this morning that they were closed, but as of about 7 minutes ago, they've opened up. So let's get that added. If you guys are in the Facebook group, you've probably already seen that, right? All right. Also, I'm pulling up, sorry, I needed to pull up the benefits because I figured I probably should know what I'm talking about, I guess. I don't know. But you have until Thursday the 2nd to get all of that in order for yourself. There you go. This is for the 2022 benefits. And if you received the email, for those of you who are current here at Decker, if you received the email, there is a QR code in the email that will lead you in the right direction to get to the Decker registration, the account information. But yes, you got to enroll through Cisco to get that, and then they'll be calling you for that. Okay, so again, no changes to the dental plan or the rates on that one. The new medical plan, in addition to the new medical plan, there is Conditional Management Program, which is a Health Check 360, which will help members with or manage specific medical conditions. So that'll be helpful. MeMD is being replaced by Doctor on Demand, like I said, and the prescription will now be through Med1. Now, Med1 is going to be a separate card than your Wellmark health card. So you'll have your health card, and then you'll have your prescription. So that'll be a little bit different for you. No change. Oh, I lied. With the vision, there's going to be some of the enhanced coverage. We'll have a slight increase in the rates as well there. Aflac is replacing Unum. So yes, that was correct. That's one that I couldn't remember. I thought, but I wasn't sure. So they are replacing Unum. If you guys have questions, let us know. You can get a hold of Andrea for more details, but best thing to do is to get a hold of Cisco and provided that information that is provided to you. All right. Awesome. Okay, so I do want to get the road report up here for you, because I know on I-84 eastbound, there's a road closure from Pendleton, Oregon to La Grande due to multiple tractor trailer accidents. There's no known Decker involvement there, but the Oregon DOT did state they'll be rerouting the westbound lanes, and they expect it to be about an 8-hour cleanup. So it is most definitely a big accident, big accidents, I should say. There are multiple. So please be well aware. Extra prayers for your loved ones that are out on the road or who are out on the road. Snoqualmie, like I said, there's no restrictions right now. Earlier today, up until about 7 minutes ago, there was a chain restriction. So that's the update. There was freezing rain, there was slush, so definitely be aware of your surroundings as you're going in there. 4th of July pass, it's snowpacked, black ice. It's currently snowing. All areas are currently open. Lookout Pass, same situation on I-90 there. Snowpack, black ice, and snowing, but it's still open. Use your chains. That's important to get yourself out of trouble. Don't be getting into trouble. And remember, you guys are the professionals, so make the right decision. Make the decision that you're more comfortable with, and keeping yourself safe. Amy made it. There you go. Hello. Rick Foy, hello, sir. Hello, fellow Decker employees. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, too. Yes, Thanksgiving is coming upon us. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Are you going to be out on the road? Are you guys going to be at home, seeing some family? What's the plan? Decker is paying the extra $100 for... I'm going to cover all the holidays coming up here. We're paying extra $100 for Christmas. We're paying extra $100 for New Year's, as well as Thanksgiving. So if you are out on the job, if you're out working, driving under a load, etc., during the holidays, you will get that extra $100 on top of at least the guaranteed pay. If not, if your pay per mile, of course, is more than that, then you're going to get the better. Amy is staying home. So, Amy, are you making dinner? Who'd you say is making dinner? Do you have more family coming? Like I said, I'm mooching off my sister-in-law, brother and sister-in-law. So, for the Thanksgiving dinner, looking forward to that. So that should be a good time. Lots of kiddos running around. So, and what is your favorite meal? What is your favorite meal for Thanksgiving? I like the pies, but of course, turkey is okay. But honestly, how many of you You'll have the turkey, but it's more about the sides during Thanksgiving. It's not the main course necessarily. Yes? No? Okay. I do I like turkey. It's not that I don't like it. But my favorite is coming back from hunting, and because usually Thanksgiving is, hunting time for us. So usually coming back from hunting after a Thanksgiving meal, so it's like usually the next day, usually Friday or so, and having a turkey sandwich, or later in the evening having a turkey sandwich. I love the turkey sandwiches. I'm not going to complain about the turkey dinner itself. I love the sides, but the turkey sandwiches afterwards, that's a true Thanksgiving. On the buns, like the little Hawaiian buns. Yeah. Unless my mom's cooking, then it's, of course, homemade and perfect. I love it. Ham. Amy says ham, and yes, sides are just great, honestly. All right, so you've got your hands full. Good deal. Yeah, ham. A lot of you guys are going to choose ham. I do. I like ham. Bacon, ham, anything like that. Rick says turkey and pie. Good. He says, I'll be out until Friday. I don't know. I'll be under a load or not. Well, whether you're on a load or not, Rick, when you're out on the road, away from home, you'll still get that extra $100 for Thanksgiving. So unless you're going home for Thanksgiving, you'll get that extra 100 for being out there. Cool. All right. Thank you for all you do. Speaking of thank you, so I did have to write this because I wanted to make sure that I included everything. But so here you go. Thanking a trucker. The life of a truck driver is full of sacrifices, and you guys know that each and every day. And so today I wanted to share a couple of things that I'm thankful for. Thankful for our drivers for. Not necessarily only Decker drivers, although I got to give a huge shout out and a big place in my heart for our Decker drivers, our Decker professionals who do a fantastic job day in and day out. But without drivers on the road, period, our economy would fail. You guys literally fuel our economy, whether it's putting fuel in the gas stations or whatever. The gas stations would go out of business. You take garbage to the landfill, as I see the garbage truck go by right now. Recycling centers would go out of business. Factories needing trucking services, which is pretty much anything that you can think of, bringing them supplies on the front end and on the back end, taking out what they've created. All of the above. You help keep the pace. You help keep things moving. And even though you spend hours and sometimes, obviously days on the road, I don't know, a lot of you, some of you are local. Yes, I recognize that. And I still appreciate everything that you're doing. But then there's those who are spending days or weeks out on the road. You still manage to arrive to your destination positively. And there are days that it takes more of an effort than others. But again, appreciate you for making that extra effort. So thank you for not speeding through our streets and going crazy, driving aggressively. You serve our country in times of needs. With the pandemic that happened, we relied on our truck drivers, and I believe that our nation recognized more than they have in a long time the value of our professional drivers out on the road and the dedication of our professional drivers out on the road. So, if it wasn't for your dedication to our nation in times of danger, whether it be supplying in hurricanes or pandemics or natural disasters of any kind, you continue to take care of us, and we appreciate that. You supply us from everything from water to food to natural resources and medical supplies and office supplies and vehicles and building equipment, homes. Without our drivers, without drivers out on the road, there'd be no logging, there'd be no farming, there'd be no mining industries, all of which make this whole economy work. You are literally the backbone of our economy because of that. So you're sometimes the first to respond to those natural disasters. Like I said, the hurricanes, the floods, the ice storms, tornadoes, wildfire strikes. Angela is getting all excited because I'm saying all these natural disasters. You are always on the front lines helping to rebuild our lives during these storms as they pass through, as everything is over and done with. And thankfully, you guys, you have the heart where you're not begging for the recognition day in and day out, which you deserve, but you do it. You do it because it's the right thing to do. You do it because you care about the family that's home. You care about the other people there. You enjoy being out on the road. You enjoy what you do. And just not getting that recognition all the time. It's still, we just ask that you continue to do what you're doing. Be safe doing what you're doing. And thank you so much for your dedication, your commitment to all of us. We appreciate it. And that right there is what Thanksgiving is all about. So thank you guys for all that you do. Yes, indeed. Anna says she's baking desserts. Well, speaking of food, I'm going to bring up the 18 Meals for 18 Wheels. It's a Facebook group. They are not associated with us at all. However, I do know a couple of people that have used them. I do know a couple of people that have not only used them to receive food while they're out on the road, but also to give food. So Meals on 18 Wheels is a Facebook group that you can go on to, let them know where you're at and having your location on. They will bring a Thanksgiving meal to you, or they will bring, and it's not just Thanksgiving, by the way, it's all across. They'll bring a meal to you. So Amy says, God bless our ovens and dishwashers this holiday season. No doubt. And if you are going back on the road after a grand holiday feast and you've stuck a bunch of goodies in your vehicle, we've got refrigerators in the truck. Thank goodness, but it's a necessity anymore. We also have microwaves so you can heat up those goodies. So put them in there, nuke them, whatever you go, and enjoy your meal yet another day, right? Yep, got to make the extras. Make sure that you have the leftovers. Those are always good. Anna says, we can't say it enough. Thank you, Decker drivers and all the drivers out there, for everything that you do every day to keep America going. And the last 20 months have been a huge recognition. I know that there's only a few days out of the year that, and not even all of the nation, but that a large chunk of the nation will begin to recognize our drivers, whether it's Driver Appreciation Week, or if it's Thank a Trucker Day, which is, what is that, April or May? Now that I'm trying to think of it. But Thanksgiving is another one, even the holidays. There are a lot of days that you aren't recognized for all the extra efforts that you guys do, but yet you continue to do it, and you continue to show up, you continue to serve, to give, to work hard, to be on time, and in all honesty, you guys, we thank you so much for all of that. Wouldn't have anything we have if it wasn't for that. Amy says, you ladies keep them moving and updated with the latest, so thank you. Yes. Well, we do our best. Our way to be able to reach out to you guys while you're out on the road and getting everything done, right? Yes, indeed. Also for Meals on Wheels, there are a couple of other locations that I've heard that are providing meals. In Boise, Idaho, there's a location there in Boise, Idaho that is also offering up meals. And then we have... I have a link for that, actually. Give me a sec. Let me find it. Thanksgiving meals. You know, when Anna called to ask what I needed and I didn't give her this link, shame on me. There you go. So, that's not the one I wanted. I want to say it's... Yeah, the Boise truck stop. I gotta double check, you guys. I'm gonna find it. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna find it. But yeah, in Boise, they have they weren't able to do it last year, but they are doing it this year for Boise Stage Stop. See, I just needed to say Boise. Boise Stage Stop. It's cooking up a Thanksgiving feast. It starts at 10 a.m. and it runs until it runs out. So it runs until it does. The best part, as long as you show your CDL, your meal is free. Yep, showing a little bit of love to our drivers over the road. Absolutely love it. Plus, you've got the Cracker Barrel, which is nationwide. They are starting to serve at 11 a.m. Iowa 80 Kitchen in the Grand Walcott, the world's largest truck stop. You can go and get some home-cooked meals there for Thanksgiving. You can do that anytime, but Thanksgiving is no exception. And the Greater Chicago I-55 Truck Plaza is offering all CDL holders a free Thanksgiving feast. Not even lunch. Feast. It is a feast. I was going to say something about a feast for kings, something like that. Something clever, but it wasn't clever. I wanted it to be. But that's at the Greater Chicago I-55 Truck Plaza. If you have a CDL, then show that sucker, get yourself a free feast there for Thanksgiving. And then if you've got a rider with you, it's $12.99 for someone who doesn't hold a CDL. So keep that in mind as well. What's another? Bob Evans is nationwide, and they're cooking up some home-style meals all day long. Dine in, get delivery, curbside, all options there. So big old Thanksgiving dinner. Love it. And I think that we'll have a couple snacks here and there at some of the terminals this week if you're going through. They were talking about hoping to have some available for you guys. So, yep, the Thanksgiving industry or the trucking industry and Thanksgiving says I'll share this link for you guys, but it's estimated that the truck drivers will deliver over 16,600 truckloads of turkeys for Thanksgiving alone. That is a lot of bird. Here you go. There's that link. This is a helpful link for you guys to check it out. But of course, all the traditional fixings they're transported by truck. So that's 80 million pounds of cranberries. How many of you guys eat cranberries during Thanksgiving? What I should ask is how many of you guys make cranberries versus how many of you guys eat cranberries during Thanksgiving, and why cranberries? My husband absolutely loves cranberries. It's like the only time that we ever make it. Yeah, it's so weird. 3 billion pounds of sweet potatoes. Oh man, I'm going to bring up that sweet potato casserole, which has pecans and brown sugar and a ton of butter. That is delicious. You all know it. If you don't like sweet potatoes, you're crazy, because that's a great way to eat it. I don't eat it with the marshmallows or any of that stuff. No, takes it away. It is the crisp that is so good. Yep, looking forward to that. And then one of the busiest travel days in North America, whether it's by train, plane, or automobile, 47 billion Americans will travel 50 miles or more for Thanksgiving. 47 billion? Holy smoly. It requires gas. Thank goodness you guys are hauling gas. Gas gets transported by truckers. Nearly $60 billion worth of products are brought during the weekend that allows, guess what? Black Friday. You've got Thanksgiving and then you've got Black Friday. What on earth would you shoppers do without truck drivers? You'd struggle, that's for sure. You would struggle. You need your truck drivers to get your fix of your shopping. Okay, yes, I do like to shop. Says my 4 trucks. 60 billion products. And then you've got Cyber Monday. So you've got Black Friday. Everything's coming prepping. And then the stores are rated on Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And then you've got Cyber Monday on Monday, where you're ordering from the online stores, and then it's going to come shipped out to you again. So you've got additional expenses, additional appreciation for our drivers out on the road. It'll continue, the frenzy. It's going to continue through December. The supply chains, they've got good results, keeping you busy throughout the year. And then, okay, so this is how my mind goes. You've got the holidays and you're keeping them busy. Amy says, coming soon to the belly. Yes. And PJs, you've got to get your PJs. Limited shopping makes it hard. Yeah, where you're at. But then you've got, going to Missoula. Well, that's probably limited to you. But not to me. That's like a heyday. Missoula's got it. I'm like, wow, look at all the shopping in Missoula. Because I got nothing. Literally no man's land. So, anyways, you've got all kinds of goodies. You've got Thanksgiving and the food, keeping the trucks busy then, keeping the trucks busy coming for Christmas and New Year's. And then, I know, we've got Valentine's Day. Do you count Valentine's Day? It still keeps them busy. We still are hauling mail. We're still boxes of candy and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, my mind goes to the Super Bowl. With refrigerated trucks, who doesn't like to fuel their food belly with Super Bowl food? Yes. So another appreciation for our drivers out on the road. So that's why we're thankful. You guys continue to keep us supplied. You continue to take good care of us. Thank goodness. I don't know what we'd do without you. So, happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I hope you have a very safe trip. I hope you, if you're at home, you get to have some quality time with your family and friends as you hope. And if you are out on the road, just stay safe. And thank you so much for the dedication, the service, the sacrifices that you make in order for the rest of us to be calm and comfortable and relaxing. So yes, we have some of those amenities to do our best to take care of you while you're out on the road. Here at Decker, we've got, I mentioned the refrigerator, I mentioned the microwave in all of the trucks. Of course, we have APUs and inverters to run those suckers, the APU or the microwave and the refrigerator. We have bunk heaters to keep you warm. We have the CB units for safety. It's a great safety feature, and it's also good for coming aboard to customers, knowing when you're going to be coming up next in the shipping and receiving line. We have TransFlow Geotab systems in the truck. We have the Smart Drive features in our truck as well. The TransFlow system also helps not only the ELD, navigation, getting your paperwork in. It also is a great communication as well. We have TransFlow DriveWise. We have DriveWise on the TransFlow app, the Geotab app. We also have Pre-Pass available to you as well, getting past some of those tolls, DriveWise for the scales. So quite a bit. Amy says Brawl of the Wild and Super Bowl are the same thing, right? I think so. Just as big a deal. I'm not sure, actually, food-wise. I'm going to say that Super Bowl still wins food-wise. Craziness. Maybe the Brawl of the Wild. Brawl of the Wild, our cat Grizz cat game, which ended up Grizz on top this year. Love it, love it. So yes, if you have questions about what some of the amenities that we have in our truck, feel free to reach out to us. The trucks are newer model Peterbilts, Volvos, and Freightliners. So the majority are the Peterbilts, 579s, like I said, really well equipped. We also have 32-inch televisions, plus we have Epic View satellite TV. So there's 100 plus channels that Decker pays for you to relax, enjoy some of those early Christmas specials or Thanksgiving specials during the holidays if you are in your truck. And we also have the Sirius Radio available to you. Now that comes, all of the hardware is there. You just need to have the subscription for that. And then free Wi-Fi through our TransFlow Geotab units as well. So, yep, trucks are equipped, ready to rock and roll. So there you have it. Speaking of there you have it and ready to rock and roll, if you are ready to get started in a local position, we have a local position available out of Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines, Iowa. It is Monday through Friday for the most part. You might see a Saturday here and there, but basically it's a 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. local position hauling a lot of shuttling trailers. It could be refrigerated. It could be tanker. So we do ask that you have a tanker endorsement. Refrigerated tanker flatbed, dry van, just a variety within about a 250-mile radius. Home daily, like I said, home daily. So if you have questions about that, please reach out to us. It's an hourly position, and you can reach out to us at 888-668-0698. That's the number. Where's it at? There, that's my TikTok. Okay. Yeah, whatever. What else do we have? We also have a local position. Well, semi-local because it's home daily. So I'm going to start there. There's an 11 a.m. shift and there's a 5 a.m. shift. So you can choose either or. It's out of Fort Dodge, Iowa, so you do need to live within about a 25-mile radius of Fort Dodge to qualify for this. And it's a hopper position. Yep, we have hopper just in the Fort Dodge area. So it goes from Fort Dodge, Iowa to Blair, Nebraska, and then back. You could have a back call, you could be empty. But it's roughly an 8-hour trip, and it's $225 per shift. So like I said, there's a 5 a.m. shift, and there's an 11 a.m. shift. So here's how this works. Here is how it works. You've got 2 days on, and then you have 2 days off. Then you'll have 3 days on, and then 3 days off. And then it continues to rotate. 2 on, 2 off, 3 on. Now, it's $225 per shift. Anna, can you swap that out? It's $225 per shift. However, on the weekends, so on Saturday and Sunday, that's when it's $250 per shift. That's when it's $250 per shift. Reason why, so you get an extra $25 on the weekends. Now, because it's 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off, it's going to swap out. So every other weekend is going to be a 3-day weekend, which means you'll work the other or the opposite every other weekend, but every other weekend you'll get a 3-day weekend. So there you go. 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off, back to 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off. Keep going. So, yep. Perfect. That's the one. So $225 per shift, 5 a.m. and an 11 a.m. start. For either one of those, just reach out to us, 888-668-0698 to get more details. Also, we have, trying to think of what else we've got for those local positions. We do have short haul positions available for our flatbed, which can get you home on a daily basis as well. It does depend on where you live, but that's where I'm saying, hey, put your zip code in the chat or get a hold of one of the recruiters. If you apply online at drivedecker.com, the recruiters will get your application. We'll look everything over, see what we have available in your area, give you a call, make sure that we are matching you up with a position that you're looking for that's going to meet your needs, your home time expectations, your and needs and wants, and pay expectations and needs and wants, and just all across the board. Make sure that you've got a great truck, running well maintained, have the benefits, etc. Speaking of benefits, which I spoke about a little bit earlier, but I should probably have gone into detail. We do have a full assortment of benefits. We have what's coming up is the Doctor on Demand, Doctor on Demand, which is replacing our MeMD. So we've got that. That's a teledoc service, a great service available to you. And then we also have, it's Blue Cross Blue Shield medical insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield medical insurance. And hey, Corbin, good to see you, man. Hope all is going well. So that is available. It's all available after 60 days. So insurance, benefits, all of that after 60 days. And then the Unum, the Employee Assistance Program, that is being replaced with Aflac. So we're going to have Aflac providing the Unum benefits for you. So let me know. So you know what? I got my little tags here. I'm going to have to update these suckers. I had to cheat and put the telephone numbers on because I kept needing them. So yes, we've got those available. So if you have more questions, we have a 401k that has a 50% match also after 50 days. Now, again, 60 days, it's a 50% match. It's the first of the month following the 60 days. So I should clarify on that so you understand when it does go into effect. Corbin says, $23 an hour for the Des Moines local. Yes, indeed. it is a good position, keeps you busy. And I can tell you that our over the road and regional drivers appreciate every moment those local drivers are helping them out. Yeah, it keeps our regional drivers getting the miles and everything. And since they're paid per mile, keeps you moving. A little bit of teamwork doesn't hurt, right? Not at all. So, excellent. What else can I tell you here? We've got going on quite a bit. Let's see if the road reports have changed again. Matt is trying to keep me busy with what's changing in the road reports, but no update in the fuel surcharge. There we go. Snoqualmie Cast. Oh, also there was a fire on Highway 4, Highway 20 in Iowa. It is the fire at Sparky's in Rockwell City. Did you guys see that? My goodness, there was a big old black smoke. So stay away. There's no Decker involvement there, but we did see that on Facebook this morning. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. But yeah, Sparky's in Rockwell City. There we go. Highway 4, Highway 20 in Iowa. It was a pretty nasty one indeed. All right, we also have a couple of dedicated positions coming up. So if you're looking for dedicated, Corbin says, so are you guys doing all red tractors now? Notice a few of them painted red now. Yeah, we've had the red for quite some time. At some point we had a lot of our flatbeds yellow, and you'll see a lot of those pictures because we still have some yellow flatbeds. But from now on, it'll be the red. It's like a reddish, orangish. Honestly, if you call it orange, you're wrong. If you call it red, you're right. But it does have that hint, you know. To me, it's just definitely a Decker red. I don't know what it is. It's just definitely a Decker red. And the Decker yellow. Actually, this one is actually considered a Decker yellow. For real. Anyways. I call it canary. But the flatbed tractors, yeah, they're all going to be red at this point. So, yep. But you do see a lot of pictures. If you guys are watching our TikTok, I get a lot of pictures from our flatbedders with those beautiful yellow Peterbilts. Jesse has sent in a few. Jesse Carter, shout out. Thank you very much. Dale Lehman has sent in some additional pictures. They're absolutely beautiful, you guys. I don't know if those tractors just photograph better or what, but they are gorgeous. So, yeah. Jesse Corbin says the yellow is what made it stand out. I do agree, and I do hear that request often. So, yep. I don't know the reasoning on it. Very good point. But I'm gonna make a note of that. Cool. So I hope everything else is going well. You got your plans happening, Corbin? You getting everything situated? See, Aim? Yeah? Staying busy? Speaking of awesome announcements, big life events, Jacob Buchanan, one of our drivers here at Decker, shout out to Jacob and his wife, just welcomed a new baby. And I gotta double check this, but why didn't I bring a picture? Mama looks fantastic, by the way. She was pretty worn out. I don't know why, but she was pretty worn out from a full day of labor. But they had her done. Let me get you a picture of this, actually, Jacob. Because we've got the baby, we've got measurements, and I know we were holding, well, Jacob wanted to do kind of a who can guess your weight, which I thought was a whole lot of fun. So let me know. We should have done like the date too, you know, when you expected the baby to be born, because I think baby was expected over the weekend, I think, and actually was born yesterday evening or late afternoon. I thought the baby was already born, and I'm like, hey, where's my picture? What's the stats? And Nope, it wasn't. Okay, here you go. Here's mom and dad and baby. Let me shrink this picture so you can actually see everybody. Can you see? There you go. Yep. I'm pretty sure it was Lance that won, he said. So we're going to double check. We should do a big old announcement. Beautiful 9-pound, 2.5 with 2.6 ounces. 20 3/4 inches long. Wowzer, huh? That's a good size baby. Doesn't mom look great? Yes, congrats. Charlie, hi. Still don't have the 411. I'm working on some pictures. So Amy's asking about the calendar. 9/23/23. You're waiting 2 years? Holy smokes. That's a lot of planning. But that's very cool. That's very cool. Charlie says, is that my favorite recruiter, Anna? Yes, she is in the background. So if you can see Anna responding to a lot of the comments in here. She's hiding out. She's not doing a very good job hiding. We see her. Hopefully you're doing well. Yes, she is full of jokes, isn't she? Anna, we won't argue if you have a joke to type on here. It doesn't, although typing it on here doesn't necessarily do it justice because it's the tone and everything, and then I have to call her afterwards and say, what does that mean? I'm sure she loves me. Corbin says, sounds like baby is ready to play some football. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. All right, so Amy, the 411 on the calendar, we still have a number of pictures. There's about 6 pictures that are pixelating. And so before we can do the announcement, Charlie, I agree. Before we can do the announcement, we've got to get those pictures non-pixelated. So we are working diligently to do that. And that's actually what I'll be doing here in the next few minutes after today's live. But Charlie says you got to hear her voice. I know, you got to hear her voice when she tells the jokes. It's animated. She's very good. And she's full of them. How is that? I don't know. Only the jokes that you don't have to explain. Unfortunately, she has to explain most of them with several of us. Because poor Aaron and I, we just don't get it all. Although it's not only just us. Some of us aren't clever. Anna, however, does not fall under that. She's very clever. All right. What else do I have? I wanted to follow through on a couple other things here for you. The dedicated position. See, I got sidetracked. That never happens. Never. So we have a flatbed position. I actually have 2. Out of Jacksonville, Florida. This is a home weekly position. You do need to have flatbed experience at the very, very least 6 months. If you have a year of over-the-road experience, tractor trailer over the road, then we can train you for flatbed, but preferably at least 6 months of flatbed experience. It runs, so you need to live in the Jacksonville area, Jacksonville, Florida. It runs from Jacksonville to central and southern Florida and back. That's basically how it works. Okay, perfect. Thanks, James. So that's how it works, okay? Now that one is available. It's paid mileage pay based off of your experience. So anywhere from 53 to 70 cents per mile in the flatbed division. And then the guarantee of $1,000 a week. There you go. 1 load per day. It's wallboard. It's dedicated. Live unloads. It's a mixture of first come, first serve. And yeah, so if you have questions, feel free to give us a holler. 888-668-0698. But it runs about a 400-mile radius down to central and southern Florida. Now, in addition to that, we have two dedicated positions available out of Nashville, Arkansas, Texarkana area. Okay, so let me rewind for a second. Jacksonville, I have one position. One. That's it. See you, Corbin. Have a good one. Taking a nap. We have one position out of Jacksonville, Florida. I have two out of Nashville, Arkansas. So I kind of got those swapped around. So I apologize for that. Nashville, again, it's a guarantee of $1,000 a week. You must live in the Dallas, Fort Worth area or the Texarkana area or along that route. So from Dallas to Texarkana or Nashville, Arkansas. I mean, they're right there together. You need to live along that route. But it's a home weekly position. And it's usually Monday through Friday, coming home, either Saturday morning or Friday night and leaving back out either Sunday night or Monday morning. So you've got at least a 34 on that one. And great. It's a good home time, great miles, great miles. You are working hard for that. No doubt. Our drivers earn every penny they make good money, but they are working hard for it. And nobody's going to deny that for them. If you're looking for good miles, if you're looking to stay busy, we can keep you there. So absolutely. Again, the telephone number is 888-668-0698 for that one. And mentioned that we have a few short haul positions. Our flatbed, we've got all kinds of flatbed options. Flatbed is staying busy. So staying busy right along with the refrigerated and dry van. So if you are looking for a dry van and you live along I-80, another good option for you. Another good option for you is the dry van. Now we can train in dry van. We can also train in refrigerated. So if you are a recent graduate of a PTDI certified school, we can train in both of those. So, and then we have training for flatbed in Fort Dodge as well. Our orientation is in Fort Dodge, Iowa. That's our main terminal. We have a terminal in Bessemer. We have a terminal in Missoula, Montana. We have one in Hammond, Indiana, but Sperry as well. We've Minneapolis. We have them there, but Fort Dodge is our main terminal, and that's where we're all hands on deck doing the orientation for someone without experience. So recent graduate, it's going to be one full week of orientation for you. Hands-on, learning the company policies, procedures, all of that good stuff. If you are an experienced driver, you're looking at about 2.5 days of orientation. So 2.5 days of orientation. Hey, Lance, you missed it, but I think I believe you are the winner for guessing Jacob Buchanan's baby. I was going to show you another picture of that. Here, you missed it, so I gotta show it. Sorry, you guys. Got to. Just got to. Glad you made it. There you go. Had to show that. But yeah, so we do have orientation that's 2.5 days. Nathan says, I know it's completely out of the way, but I've been driving in the oil fields the last 10 years. Anything from you? Just getting burnt out. Nathan, where do you live? Let me know where you live. Because yes, we have actually some of the guys that have been driving oil field. I mean, that is some hard labor, rough driving, great skills type thing. So depending on where you live, and as long as we have something available in your area, then we can train you for the commercial, tractor trailer, over the road, depending on what we have available in your area. So yeah. And Charlie says it's super easy and super fun. Plus they feed you. He's talking about orientation. We do feed you. We do put you up in a hotel. We do take care of your transportation. So if you're coming to Fort Dodge for orientation, whether it's a week long or 2.5 days, normally you're coming here in a rental car. So we'll get you a rental car. We'll pay for the gas to get you here, all that good stuff. If you're coming if you're coming by plane, then we'll take care of your flight and maybe a rental car or someone pick you up depending on which airport you're going to get you to orientation. We'll put you in a room, put you in a hotel room. Don't worry, we're not shacking you up with anybody. They're solo rooms, and we'll take care of your meals and everything while you're here as well. Yes, beautiful. Nathan, 58801, Williston. No, unfortunately, Williston is not in our area. that's up where I grew up. I grew up in Scobie, so shout out to the Spartans. But yeah, you live in an area that we don't currently have anything available because we just don't run. We really don't run up there into North Dakota really a whole lot in general. We usually go south in Billings, south, and then into the Wyoming area. Sometimes in the Fargo area. So yeah, I really don't have anything. The only way we would be able to make it work is if you brought the tractor and trailer to one of the terminals on your home time, which to me sounds insane. It sounds ridiculous because it's such a long ways from you to make that happen. So unfortunately, I don't have that. We'll have to find out if anybody is in your area. Or if you relocate, let us know that as well, because then maybe we can find some other options for you. Cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Nathan. You are in cold territory, though, which doesn't matter when it comes to whether we have a position. We just don't have any freight right up there. Yep. Let's see. Anna's talking about orientation. Yes, orientation is shorter because of our Luma. Luma is our online training, and so you access it before you come to Fort Dodge for the actual in-person orientation. So you'll have, once everything is approved, we've ran your reports, we've looked over your application, you've been approved, then we start sending you your transportation, we start sending you your online orientation, have you get that done ahead of time. We'll have you do your physical and your urinalysis ahead of time. We do the hair follicle as well, but that's actually in orientation. So that's in Fort Dodge, where you're not going to do that ahead of time, but you will do the urinalysis ahead of time. Now, if you have a physical that is less than 6 months old and it's good for another 6 months, year, 2 years total, then yes, we can work with that. We just have to have the long form copy. So you just have to send that over so that we can have them sign off on it, and we'll be good to go. But yes, that's orientation. We start usually on Mondays, especially if you're a student, you'd start on a Monday. If you're an experienced driver, then Monday, Wednesday options are available to you. And we pay you $500 for completing orientation. Unless you're a student, then you're getting $1,000 because you're there a few more days. $100 bonus in both cases, as long as you complete your online orientation, which does include your clearinghouse. If you're not familiar with the clearinghouse, it is not $1 million winner. The clearinghouse is your drug and alcohol clearinghouse that was established the 6th of January in 2020. That was started, but it keeps all of your drug and alcohol results on file in one location so that can be available to the customer. So, hey, Dean made it. Charlie says, yeah, you have to lower Wisconsin and join my fleet. Charlie said, yes, the southern Wisconsin is a very good area, especially for a flatbed with home time options. I mean, we've got home time options. We've got guaranteed pay out of there. Yep. All right, good. Thanks, Nathan. So absolutely. But yes, we've got some options for you. And orientation, you'll have some friendly faces between Justin and Katie. They're kind of what can I give them the concierge title? Is that cool? I don't really know what title to refer to them, but between Justin and Katie, they have done a phenomenal job of talking. They're just they recreated our orientation process, and I cannot brag about them enough about the transition. So when you come aboard to Decker, you get those two smiley faces, which is always nice when you get a smiley face, but you get those two smiley faces as well as the orientation leaders themselves who are doing the training, the introductions and whatnot. You'll meet the different departments, and then you will also meet the driver managers. You'll meet your recruiter, unless you've got a way off recruiter into no man's land. Then you'll meet some of our other recruiters that are available there in Fort Dodge, and they'll introduce you to your driver managers. So meet the family. That's what it is. A little introduction. Here's your family. You've now been adopted. You're blood now, and we will take good care of you and make sure that whether you've got questions on the front end, questions later on, you have the support. We have an ART program, which is an ambassador program, and sounds very official. It is very supportive, is what it is. So they're there to answer questions for you and make sure that you are understanding processes, procedures, and just flat out day in and day out questions that may come up that may have been addressed during orientation. And there's a lot of information, so it may have been forgotten. Or it may not have been, and yet it's a question that comes up and you need an answer. That's what we're here for. All right. All right, Aim, you have a good time. It sounds like fun. No, it doesn't. All right. So yeah, we have that whole process. It's fantastic. It's supportive, and you get to meet a whole lot of people, which is fun. And if you're lucky, I'm throwing Lisa in on this one. But if you're lucky, maybe Lisa will be around and she'll give you a duck. You'll find out what I mean by that when you come aboard, if you join the Facebook group. She has these little ducks, and they are all unique. How can there be that many unique ducks? I don't understand that. Don't get it. I don't get it, but she does. And she likes to gift everybody a duck, just part of the Decker family. So, all right. Well, I know you guys, we are coming to the end of the hour, and I know you guys have a busy week, whether you are headed home or you are already home or you are out on the road. Again, like I said, making sacrifices for the rest of us. We do appreciate everything that you guys do. And if you don't recognize that, or if you don't know that, I hope you have a few minutes to rewatch the beginning of today's live, where we just shout out a whole lot of your praises. You guys keep this nation running, this economy going, and there are times that it's looking pretty rough. But if it wasn't for you guys, nobody would have any of the anything, the water, the gas, the fuel, the natural resources that we all need to keep our homes warm, to keep our vehicles running, or whether it's our vehicles, or whether it's building supplies for our home, or whether it's homes in general, food, water, shelter, all of the basic necessities, are being hauled on trucks. So we thank you guys for everything that you do, and we do recognize that you make those sacrifices for us, whether you're a professional driver here at Decker or if you're a professional driver for somebody else. You guys do a fantastic job, and we ask that you continue to be safe, look out for others, and continue to be there for each other. So, and we're here for you if you have any questions. 888-668-0698. I do want to let you know that we will not have a live until the 13th of December, so we won't have a Monday or Wednesday live until the 13th. But a couple of days off will maybe do us some justice. Maybe I'll come back with a little bit more energy. No, I'm just kidding. That's all you guys need, right? More? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm too much. But you bear with me, and I appreciate that. So you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will see you on Monday for our Facebook Live, Monday the 13th of December. And until then, stay safe, stay kind, and talk to you soon. Thanks, you guys.